Thank you for choosing a Walker's Outdoor Productions. It's the opening day of Maine's turkey season, and I have a bow in my hand. I only did a couple calls this morning, and this guy come running right in. What you can't see is that we have a Jake right next to our ground blind. Can you believe it? I missed. Stay tuned, folks. You're gonna see me have another encounter with this same Tom. You'll see this and much more coming up on Public Access Gobblers Steps to Success.
Well, last night we went scouting, made a few calls, got a couple gobbling to us. They started coming, so...
Can't believe it. Brad, Zach and I were just up here a few minutes ago checking a few dusting sites. We went back to the truck.
Give me some skin, baby.
Thanks, Brad.
You're welcome, man.
That was awesome. That was awesome.
I told you to take a little bit of time. You need to come in. He was a hot bird. He would start calling and he'd go right off.
All right, baby.
You can hear him over there gobbling. We come in. We're in the same piece that Johnny shot his turkey. So far, you've seen Johnny shoot one. You've seen me shoot at one with a bow. We got the Costongway boys both took one this year. And let me tell you, both of them were really good hunts. You actually got to see all that unfold. Hit or miss. It's the second week of the A season. That means, and we're at the tail end of it. So that means that it's really coming down to the wire, and these birds aren't as active as they used to be. But you can hear him gobbling. There's two of them over there on a ridge. They just flew off their roost probably about 10 or 15 minutes ago. We got the decoys out. We're doing a few calls here, and hopefully it's gonna happen. You can hear them. They're staying right there for the past 15 or 20 minutes since they've been off their roost, 10 or 15 minutes. They're holding tight right there. So now's not the time to get too excited with your calling. You want to keep it, just to keep them gobbling. And when they're gobbling back to you, that's a good sign. Every time you call, they gobble. Keep it low. That makes it seem like the hen's losing interest, And then they're like, oh, we got to get over there. We'll see what happens. We're going to keep calling. I'll let out a couple more calls. There we go. Clucks and purrs, light clucks and purrs. He's gobbling. If he, when they come in, we'll get the camera right back on him. Hopefully we'll see you in a couple minutes. I think he's coming. The gobbles are coming up over the hill. We're getting close now. We're just doing some light purrs and clucks. I'm gonna do some right now. He's getting real close. Now I did a Jake call because they were getting real far away. Just one or two. Nothing much. And I think he's looking for us now. We got our decoys in the field. I'll show them to you. They're right there. Now we gotta keep our eyes out because I'm pretty sure he's coming. We'll keep you tuned. Stay tuned because you're gonna see some action.
I use my Jake call as a last resort call. When I have a stubborn Tom and he won't come and he sounds like he's getting a little further away, throw out one or two Jake calls. Usually he'll think he's missing out on something and he might bust away from the rest of the turkeys and come into your setup. The Tom can't see our decoys, so I have to rely on calling. And if I get too aggressive, the Tom might think something's up and not come over. So I'm trying to play it slow and keep everything at a low key. All he's got to do is make it through that little barrier, and once he comes up, sees the decoys, he should commit.
Were you able to see any of him? Yeah. He's still coming. He's got one more barrier. He's a hot bird. If he can get through that wood line, that little fence row right there, we got him. He's got to be able to see the decoys, though. Just light calls and purrs. You can tell how hot he is. He wants to get over here.
You can tell that the season's winding down. This Tom has no urgency in him at all. It took him a little over an hour to make it to us. The past 3 years, I've been involved in a lot of turkey hunts, and I've recorded a lot of Toms on tape. And usually when the Tom sees your setup and he starts coming in, he'll strut the whole way in. But if you add a couple calls, he'll gobble for you. I still can't believe that this Tom busted away from the other Tom and came such a distance to our setup. But that's what happens if you add realism to your calling. Making him think that there was a Jake near the hen is what really turned this hunt around for us.
turkey, buddy. You got your turkey.
I really want to thank TJ Walker for filming me.
I'm gonna go get
He's my nephew, and he did an excellent job filming this hunt.
get that camera off that pod and come with me. All right, I told you. Hey, I told you it'd take a little bit of time for him to come in. But he was a hot bird. Would stop calling and he'd go right off. Whew, finally. Today's Thursday of the second week of the A season. You see Johnny, you see Martin take one. Wow. And Zachary, we got Zachary taking one. This is public access gobblers, and I'll tell you what, that's what it's all about. Let's go check him out.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Baby.
It took a long time. I mean, my arm is wicked beat
My
right now.
back's sore.
Holding that gun up there. It took him forever to come in. But what we had to do was shut off our calling. Cut right down, slow right down. That's not the time, like I told you earlier, that's not the time to go right off with your calls. All right, he's gonna keep the camera running. He's gonna take it off the pod. So bear with us, you're gonna have a little bit of unsteadiness here, and we're gonna go out there and get him. Come on, let's go. Let's go get my bird. It took me a couple shots, but my wrist was, I had a hard time holding that gun steady. Plus, I was excited too. Let's go get it. Luckily, I got that second shot before it ran out of the field.
That was awesome. I'm surprised he didn't fly on that first shot. Yeah.
That's what we're talking. Awesome. We'll be right back with you in a couple minutes, okay? Just because you're working doesn't mean you want to give up. Like I showed you in the video. Go out there, do your scouting, do your calling the night before, see where they're roosted, try to find one that's roosted. But stick to those places where you know the turkeys are, especially the ones that hang around and you see them all the time. Of course, a lot of people see them too. Don't let that spook you off the piece. Get there a little earlier. It's important. Well, I guess we can call this the double shot bird. Hey, I'm just human, just like you. It took me 2 shots to get this bird. I know you expected him to go down the first time. You see him still standing there after I take my shot. My arm was tired, I was excited, whatever you want to call it. But I got him. So for Brad Walker and Walker Outdoors, Zachary, Johnny Castongway, Martin Castongway, anyone that was involved in this video, anyone and everyone, even my wife, thank you. And get out there and get your own turkey, and good luck.